is already 8 o'clock, which is insane.
I can't believe it.
And the show is not slowing down anytime soon. We're going to be joined by our man Adam Schefter, as we are every Wednesday at 8:05 in a few minutes. Ricky Bo in studio or on the phone?
Because sometimes he comes by.
I know. I don't know what Ricky Bottalico
Maybe he'll
does in
just
his
show
free
up.
time.
Who knows?
Ricky Bo.
You never know with Ricky because he's up. He works out. He's
a busy man.
Really busy. He jumps around.
He joins us at 8:30 because we want to talk a little bit more about the dismissal of Rob Thomson and what's next for the Philadelphia Phillies, who won 7-0 last night. So finally got a win. It's all because of Don Mattingly that they won that baseball game yesterday. Phillies win 7-0.
They got a good club.
They got a good club. They won their 10th game of the season. It's April 29th. You'll hear the Sixers montage if you missed it earlier at the end of this hour. And then 9 o'clock, it doesn't end. We have Buster Olney at 9:05 to talk more about the Phillies. So much to still come here on the show.
This is 10 pounds of stuff in a 5-pound bag.
Hell yeah, man.
It is squeezed in today.
Sixers forced Game 6 with their win last night over the Celtics. 113-97. Celtics scored just 11 points in the fourth quarter, 40 points total in the second half. A lot of it Sixers defense. We had a texter earlier saying it was only because the Celtics were missing shots. Well,
really?
It's not like they were wide open every single time. Yeah, sure. Some of them they missed shots, but a lot of it was also because of the Sixers perimeter defense. And Joel Embiid looked like himself in the second half of that game yesterday, which makes you think. It just makes you think what can happen tomorrow night in front of your home fans. Game 6, can you force a Game 7? It also makes me think what could have been again, which is why I had that sort of bittersweet feeling. But I'm excited that we get to see another one tomorrow night. We also get to see another game tonight.
Yes.
Flyers, Penguins, Game 6 here on the Fanatic 7:30 puck drop.
Absolutely no gentleman was asking me why I was holding my hand out earlier on YouTube.
You just do that.
It's called no nerves. I have no nerves about this. I'm not nervous. I'm not in the least bit. I don't feel any butterflies about a game that's in less than 12 hours.
Which is good.
None. Like, I have no anxiousness about this. I think it's going to be a good night. I think this team's going to come out, and I believe the third period, now this could really come back and haunt me, I believe the third period will be comfortable. That we're not going to be biting our nails in the third period.
That would be nice.
It would be really nice.
I would appreciate that. I could use that.
It would be really good.
For my just mental sanity. Like, I could use that tonight.
We all could.
That'd be really nice. What do we got as the poll of the day? Brought to us by Dr. Abidan Appel and Iron Mountain Men's Health. They're bringing us a $1,000 cash contest, which the keyword is contest. What do we have as the poll, Connor?
Yeah, it has to deal with the outcome of the series between the Sixers and the Flyers with those dueling series going on right now and what you think the result of them is going to be. So we have 4 options on this poll of what's more likely to happen. Both teams advance, neither advance, just the Flyers, just the Sixers. 77% are saying just the Flyers, so that's our heavy leader.
What's second, though?
17% are saying neither advance. 3% are saying they both advance, and 3% are saying just the Sixers.
If the Sixers were the only team to advance,
that would be the wildest thing ever. That'd be the wildest.
It would be insane.
They
come back down 3-1, Flyers blow a 3-0 series. That would be insane.
That'd be absolutely nuts if that ever happened.
Maria, who we love, Maria Rosinski.
What's up, Maria?
She initially had the Flyers in 6 and Sixers in 7.
Well,
those were her predictions.
I have a Bet Parks wager that I'm counting on coming through for me tonight. That at plus 520.
Yeah.
That I'm really hoping comes through tonight. So let's go Flyers.
Damn right, man. Let's go Flyers. Flyers in 6 so that we can party tomorrow and preview Game 6 for the Sixers. And then Friday, if the Sixers win Game 6, man, get ready for that show.
Oh, my God.
All right, joining us now here on Kincaid and Sal Tunis every single Wednesday at this time from ESPN, our man Adam Schefter joins us. Shefty, good morning.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Another
Having
day.
a good day.
It's been a crazy couple of weeks, right? We were leading up to the draft. We have Sixers Flyers in the playoffs. The Phillies just like they completely fell apart. They fired their manager yesterday. So
Nothing going on.
It's been a busy time in Philadelphia.
That's good for you guys, right?
It is great for us. We're very happy. Shefty, curious, just want to start here. Have you ever heard of a story before, like what took place round 1 of the NFL draft, when the Pittsburgh Steelers are on the phone with Mekhi Lemon and then the Eagles make the jump? Have you ever heard a story like that before?
Yeah, it's happened before. The Pittsburgh Steelers wound up drafting somebody the Dallas Cowboys had back on the phone. It's happened. It's not common. It happens later in the draft. To say regularly would be a stretch, but it happens. It's more rare to have it happen earlier in the draft. And I don't know that we've ever seen in this day and age where everything is broadcasted and everything's captured by NFL films, and there's these high number of prospects in attendance at the draft to where they have Makai Lemon mic'd up and he says, "Why is Philly calling?" So I just think it's a function of the day and age we live in as much as anything else. It's rare for it to be high. It's happened before. And that one happened to be captured on cameras.
Do you believe it's a finable offense? Do you believe it's a disciplinary offense? That because there's a rule in place that it's not supposed to be done.
Yeah.
So is the league just going to look the other way and say, "Don't do it again, boys"?
That would be my guess. I don't think that there's going to be anything that comes out of that. But the league said to me last week that they'll review the entire draft, all the events of the draft, including that particular incident. I know that I don't think that the Eagles were particularly pleased when it was happening because I think they were trying to get Makai Lemon on the phone. And I think initially they struggled to do that. If you look at the video and you see when Howie Roseman finally gets Makai Lemon on the phone, it almost seemed to me like it was like I finally got through to this guy. Like, out. Right at the beginning. You see, if you watch the replay of it, and I could be totally wrong on it, but that was my interpretation of it, that this was an organization that had been trying to reach that guy for a couple of minutes and couldn't do it. And they were finally glad to get him on the phone, and we got our guy on the phone and not happy about that. And Kyle, I mean, you're an Eagle.
Now, speaking of that selection, leading up to the draft, we all thought the same thing. Like, everybody thought that they were going to go offensive tackle, draft the eventual replacement of Lane Johnson. What have you heard around league circles about the Eagles' selection of Makai Lemon instead of going with that potential offensive tackle of the future?
Well, it all goes to how the board falls. You know, I think the Eagles were operating under the assumption that Makai Lemon was going to go before them in the draft, whether that was 13 to the Rams, who considered him, 14 to the Ravens, just thinking of the other teams in front of them, 18 Minnesota, no, 19 Carolina, no, 20 was Dallas, no, well, it could have been, but no, 21 was, I'm forgetting, but I think the Eagles believed that Makai Lemon was going to be off the board. And I think that they felt like where they were, that there might be an offensive tackle. The board fell the way it did. And that's why it's very difficult to predict exactly how the draft will go, because certain guys fall to certain spots that you didn't expect in both cases. And that's what happened, and that's how – look, here's the truth of the matter. A lot of people thought the Rams were going to take Makai Lemon. The Rams definitely considered Makai Lemon. The Rams decided to go Ty Simpson, who most people did not project to be a top 20 pick. That pushes one more guy down to the Eagles. That guy, in this particular case, happened to be Makai Lemon.
Do you believe the brain drain that is going on right now with a couple more of Howie's lieutenants leaving the organization at some point might end up costing the Eagles a little bit?
Well, it's not ideal to lose that many people, but I think it's a testament to the organization that they just keep bringing in the right people and they keep leaving. And they'll find more people and have to develop them, and it'll take a little bit of time. But they've been a very strong organization in that regard in terms of who's being hired and who leaves. I mean, just look at all the people that have come through there, right? Like Andrew Berry, the Browns GM, was there. Ian Cunningham, the Falcons GM, he was there. You know, Jake Rosenberg leaves. Alec Hallaby leaves. Brandon Brown, the Giants assistant GM, came through there. Like, there have been a lot of people that have left, and it's not in the last year or two. It's over the last 5-10 years too. So, again, it's not ideal, but I think it's a compliment to the organization in the way that they've identified, hired, and groomed people.
Adam Schefter joining us here on Kincaid and Sal Chunas. Not only are we reacting to the draft, it's also fifth-year option pickup season. And the Eagles pick up the fifth-year option of both Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. When it comes to Jalen Carter, Shefty, do you believe the Eagles are actively trying to work out that long-term deal, or is this something just to sort of for a placeholder for a year?
Well, I haven't heard active on the deal. That doesn't mean that they're not going to try. I would think that they're going to try at some point in time to get it done, but I'd have to check on that to get an official update. I've not asked about it, but I've not heard any point that, boy, we're getting close on Jalen Carter, or Jalen Carter saying we're getting close to the Eagles. I haven't heard it either way. I would think he's too talented a player that there wouldn't be more activity there at some point in time. But I don't know that's close at this point in time.
When you saw what the other teams in the NFC East did, do you believe the talk? Do you believe the talk around the NFL would be that maybe it's time that some teams are sort of closing the gap a little bit on the Eagles?
Yeah, I don't think about it like that. You do, but I just think about it as the division getting much better. Like, I looked at that after the first couple of nights. I'm like, boy, the NFC East added some real talent here.
It did.
I didn't even think of them closing the gap. Like, you're in Philly, that's how you would think. I don't think like that. I'm just thinking, boy, like the Giants got arguably the two best linemen in this draft. The best pass rusher and the best offensive lineman. Now, again, some people thought David Bailey was a better pass rusher. I got it. The Jets did. A lot of people did. But there were some people that thought Arvell Reese had the highest upside, and he's a Giant. There were some people who thought Francis Mauigoa, despite the fact that he was the second offensive lineman picked behind Spencer Fano, that he would be the best offensive lineman. The Giants got him too. Commanders got a guy that the Titans considered at number 4 in Sonny Styles, a big time freak that plays linebacker. The Cowboys, by many accounts, had one of the top drafts of any team. They added the best safety in Caleb Downs, and they added a great pass rusher in Malachi Lawrence. And it's interesting because if we go back to the Giants, taking Mauigoa, one of the players they considered there was Caleb Downs. And they had to know that if they didn't take Caleb Downs there, they're going to be facing him in their division. Had to know that. And they could have taken Downs, and the Cowboys would not have taken Mauigoa. So they made the choice for Mauigoa because they felt he was so good, and now they're going to have the unenviable task of facing Downs along with the Eagles and Commanders.
Shefty, John asked you about the numerous people that are being poached from the Philadelphia Eagles into front office roles. Alec Halaby, I don't know if the common fan knows who Alec Halaby is. He's been the assistant general manager of the Eagles since 2022. He's been with the team since 2007, going back to when he was an intern, kind of like what Howie Roseman did with the Philadelphia Eagles before he became the GM. How surprised are you that he's stepping away, at least for now, from football altogether? I know he had interviews for some GM jobs across the NFL, didn't get those. Anything that you've heard as to why he's going into the finance world and leaving football?
He's brilliant, for one thing. We know that.
Yeah. Well, and that's the whole thing. I actually was told this, it had to be a good 6 weeks ago that he was leaving. I remember hearing that. I'm trying to think where and when. Like, you're talking to teams. He was interviewing for other jobs. I think what happened is, and I have not spoken to Alec about this, but I'm going to guess. I'm going to read between the lines. He had been interviewed for how many GM jobs over the last few years?
3.
I'm going to get.
I think 3 officially, and he's a really smart guy. Really smart.
Well, I think what happened was he interviewed a few times, and I know that teams really liked him. And I think what happened is probably when you get bypassed once and twice and 3 times, like anybody, you start thinking to yourself, okay, well, what am I going to do here? And obviously he had an interest and a desire in the field of finance. Obviously a brilliant guy. And he decided that he would be better doing that than sticking around and trying to get a general manager job. And Jake Rosenberg left. He had interviewed, I think, for GM jobs, wanted to be a GM, didn't come his way, started his own thing and is doing great, flourishing. And I would imagine that Alec Alabi also will now go flourish. You get to do something so long, and everybody wants to see the fruits of their labor rewarded, and everybody wants to see their career growing in a direction that they feel fulfilled by and appreciated. And obviously, he just felt like it was just time to move on.
All right, fair enough. Schefty, we appreciate the time as always, man. Thank you, and we'll talk to you next week. Another week closer to A.J. Brown's trade to New England.
We're counting down the days.
We didn't even ask you about him today.
Hey, Adam, could you send us a playlist if you have a playlist? You want to share anything?
Come on.
If you just send us a playlist.
Appreciate the time, Schefty.
I got to tell you something. I wouldn't even know how in the hell to do that.
I bet your daughter knows. Your daughter knows. My daughter makes playlists for me, so your daughter can make one for you.
It's unbelievable.
There you go, buddy.
Thanks, Schefty. We'll talk to you next week.
Take care, man.
Thank you, guys.
See you.
That's still like that story that came out yesterday.
Come on, it's bad.
And then did you see the update? Did you see the update of the playlist?
No.
So Mike Vrabel, who we're assuming the playlist was made for by Diana Rossini.
Could have been another Mike.
They changed the name of the account. So it still said Diana Rossini, but then they changed the, I think it was to Ty Carr instead of Mike, because his kids' names are like Tyler and Carson or something.
It just
like
to me
Tyler and Carter.
It just to me is a. I'm going to tell you, there's some bad people in this story.
Yeah, dude.
There's some bad people in this story, and look,
dude. One of my biggest questions still is, how does he handle being the head coach of a football team?
I don't know how you do it, as far as how you in any way say I'm a leader of men. I don't know how you do it.
And did you see the TMZ video?
Yes.
He got off the plane and some guy followed him from like baggage claim to his car with a phone in his face, asking questions. He's refusing to answer. I don't blame him for not talking.
I don't blame him not talking to that guy at all.
This will continue.
This is going to be his life.
This isn't done.
He doesn't just get to dismiss this story.
Right. Like when he laughed it off. Remember, he lied.
No, he lied.
He lied.
They both lied.
This is a laughable.
By the way, they both lied when confronted with the story. They both chose to lie,
which is probably why this is even worse.
Instead if they just came out and acknowledged it, this thing could have been moved towards being over. They decided to mock it, and act like it was a lie.
And then every reporter, whether it's an actual reporter or a Twitter reporter, said, "Oh, you're going to mock us? We're going to figure this out."
Well, they made a calculated error, man. Horrible. Calculated error.
Don't poke the Twitter bear.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Connie, you're right, man.
The receipts are there.
It was just such a dumb thing to do that you're going to, when confronted with, you get caught in the lie. Fall on the sword quickly. On the sword quickly. Don't mess around.
He left crumbs everywhere, dude. It was horrible. All right, coming up next, Ricky Bottalico joins us.
He doesn't leave crumbs.
No,
he just comes out firing.
His thoughts on the Phillies' dismissal of Rob Thomson, last night's victory, plans moving forward, Alex Cora's job to lose, I guess. I don't know how you would phrase it. We talk about it all with Ricky Bottalico next. Kincaid and Sal Tunis, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Kincaid and Sal Tunis, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Just how great was the fourth quarter yesterday for the Sixers, forcing a Game 6? Do you know it was historic, ladies and gentlemen?
What?
Sixers trail by 1 point entering the fourth quarter. They won by 16. Per OptaStats, it is the largest road playoff win in NBA history by a team that trailed entering the fourth.
Okay, that's absolutely crazy.
How about that?
Did it seem that way? It didn't. It didn't seem like it was that.
Are you kidding me?
Because I think in the last 7-8 minutes, they got out of control.
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics died. I mean, the Sixers outscored them 28
They
to
tore
11.
their hearts out.
Absolutely. And now Game 6 tomorrow night here in South Philly. Tonight, Flyers Penguins in South Philly.
Game 6.
And also, now in studio. In studio, how about it?
All he does is
He heard
work.
Connor say that he was just going to call in. He said, no, screw Connor. I'm going to drive in. The great Ricky Bottalico is here.
What's up?
What's up, Ricky?
He wanted to be with us. That's the only reason he's in the building today.
I wanted to feel the love.
Yes.
Wanted to feel the love coming in.
That's really nice, man. What
We
changed?
love it.
I tried a theory like that yesterday on the show. That didn't go over very big.
Yeah, you were. It sounded like a little romance talk.
It did,
times.
but it was supposed to be between a general manager / Pobo and the media.
Yeah.
It didn't turn out that way because Savannah jumped in and buried me during it for some reason.
So let's talk
It happens
about
often.
Let's talk about yesterday. Rob Thomson fired. I watched the clip that the station posted, but in case people didn't watch it, your thoughts on the dismissal of Rob Thomson yesterday?
I think it was something that had to happen. I don't think, in all reality, it wasn't his fault. Come on, everybody knows that it's the 26 guys that are standing out there, the guys that have to play the game. When you think about this team as a whole, who was not doing the job? I mean, if it was one-sided, it wouldn't have been Rob Thomson going. When you think about it, was the starting pitching doing the job? They did last night. I mean, Luzardo was really good last night. That was almost like a pissed-off effort last night.
Oh, yeah.
Which was good for him. Maybe he took it to heart that he was part of the problem. But the bullpen, if you remember, Dave Dombrowski told us, well, we didn't run it back. Look what we did with the bullpen. It's going to be one of the best in baseball. Got a good club, Well, that didn't turn out right. And the hitting has been suspect.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people will say, well, are they getting old? Is that well, I can't really go there because Schwarber had the 9 home runs at the time. You look at Harper, he was playing good baseball, and JT's on the IL. So maybe JT part, okay. Trey Turner's one of those guys that got to step it up, but I look at it, it's been after the 1, 2, 3 hitters. Mm-hmm. So everybody down the bottom, and I take Justin Crawford out of there, and Marsh has been pretty good too. But for the most part, the mix of those guys that go 4 through 9 has been a problem.
And who constructed that?
That would be Dave.
Yeah.
When I hear you've been on teams where a manager's been fired.
After the season, though.
Oh, you've never had one in season.
I've never been in season. Never been in season.
Okay. I heard the answers. I heard Kyle Schwarber's answer. I heard Bryce Harper's answer. Kyle Schwarber's answer I completely respected. Bryce Harper's answer I completely did not. Kyle Schwarber immediately falls on the sword, immediately takes responsibility, which is what I think he should do and what they should do. Bryce Harper immediately just...
We have the Harper.
Let's hear it.
This was Bryce Harper yesterday after the Phillies fired Rob Thomson.
I think everybody kind of felt that something was going to happen, especially everything that happened in Boston. It was just a kind of a matter of time. If we didn't start playing well, then something was going to happen. I mean, that's just kind of how sports works. That kind of how the game works. So I felt Tomper thought something was coming. I thought the team thought something was coming, and then obviously they made their decision, and we just got to put it behind us and start playing better baseball.
He didn't really blame anybody.
I swear, I hate that answer. I hate that answer so much. And it's like it would be really easy to just say in that point, have some grace and say, all of us need to look in the mirror and say, we let Rob down.
He had the tone down.
Oh, the tone down.
The tone was right. But, yeah, I mean, I think the one thing that you have to say in that situation, and I said this, that the players, the reason why they do this is that the players walk in that day and they go check themselves in the mirror. Egos stay at the door because that's what has to happen. You lost the guy a job. You're one of those 26 players. You are part of the problem. You are part of the reason why the team went downhill. You are part of the reason why there's no longer that manager that everybody loved. That's why he's not there anymore.
Yep.
So, I mean, in all honesty, if I was on that team and I was asked that, I would say I'm part of the problem. The problem lies with us. It doesn't lie with Topper.
Didn't fall that.
No, he didn't.
No mirror in
no
mirror in Harper's locker.
Yeah.
Again, a couple of weeks ago when he tries stretching the single into the double, he gets thrown out. He goes, that was just a good play by the outfielder. And then the very next sentence is, bad baseball,
by Marsh.
About Brandon Marsh. It's like, yo, dude, you were the one that did the idiotic trying to stretch a single into
incredible
the double.
to me.
Bryce does no wrong. He's got the halo. Remember that.
Yeah.
But especially in the fans' eyes.
I think so too.
Well, I think that has changed a little bit.
Yeah, he's
in
starting
the
to hear
offseason
boos for the first time.
Well, that's if you played in Philadelphia and never been booed, you got a problem. The fans didn't
you're
know
not
who
doing
you,
something
they
right.
knew they don't know who you are.
That's true.
Right.
So you said you've never been on a team where the manager was fired in season, but a lot of people think that a firing of Rob Thomson or a firing of any manager could then maybe kickstart the team in the right direction. So your thoughts on that, being as a man that used to be in a major league clubhouse?
I think the Phillies weren't stupid in the timing of this firing. They knew who was coming up. They knew they had 5 series against sub 500 clubs. Come on. Did you look at the Giants last night? I know the Phillies struggled with them out in San Francisco, but Phillies always struggle in San Francisco. That team's not very good.
No, the Chapman signing's not worked out for them at all.
I mean, just look at their team. You got Devers, who's a free swinger. You have Luis Ariz. He could play, but he swings at everything.
Yeah, and he hits singles.
I mean, and my whole
like Alec Bohm.
My whole point is they should bury a lot of these teams coming up, regardless if they even didn't have a manager.
Right.
They could throw their guys out there, and still they should bury these teams. So I think the Phillies, that was a calculated move at a calculated time, which, because you put Don Mattingly in there, I think, you know what? People will look at it and say, wow, what a great move by the Phillies. I'm not going to judge this thing until this thing's all over and said and done. I will give Don Mattingly this. He is Donnie Baseball. In my eyes, I mean, to be completely honest with you, in my parents' home, in my old bedroom, is a poster of Don Mattingly up, signed as an MVP.
Yeah.
So I still have that. And it's in glass and everything.
That's awesome,
cool,
dude.
Yeah.
Do you believe the pitching is going to turn around, and are you more confident that the starting pitching has a chance to carry this team, or that the relief pitching has a chance to carry this team?
Some of it will turn around. I you know what? I was sure Aaron Nola would have a better year, but I'm starting to waver on that. I mean, obviously, Aaron's a great guy. He's done a lot of good for this organization, but I don't know where he stands in his career right now. So I'm not.
He has 4.5 years left.
Yeah, well,
at that big money.
That's not all going to be great.
You know what?
I could guarantee you that.
Never thought of that. I forget who said it. I don't know if it was Rube on the Phillies,
don't sign him.
The Phillies podcast. No, how much the challenge system could mess up Aaron Nola. Because you can't just live on the corners as much.
No, you can't. You absolutely can't. And you know what? This thing is, do you know the walk percentage is up like 10% this year? Yeah.
I didn't know that, really.
Yeah. I mean, you saw the Phillies walk 10 guys in a game last week.
Yeah.
When the hell does that ever happen?
Not often.
I think this thing, okay, it's great in a sense that it gets everything 100% correct. Whatever happened to human error? Human error was a lot more fun.
No, it's not.
Yes, it was. You get the managers
you're talking
involved.
To a couple of seam heads here, Ricky.
I was asked yesterday, why didn't Rob ever get thrown out of games? How?
I like that the fact it says this is great. It's there now. You were part of. I don't know if you caught this. MLB Network had a thing of they were taking critique of the balls and strikes system. I forget the name that the corporate name that they have for the balls and strikes call system. But they were playing critique of it, and all of the critique was ex-pitchers that are analysts.
Oh, boy. Was I on it?
You were not. You were not. But it was like they were two.
Now you are.
They played a series of clips, and it was like all these people saying, "This takes away from it. Look at this. This used to be part of the game." Every single one of them was like, I was Plesac, I think is one of the guys. They're like, every single person was a ex-pitcher across baseball that's complaining about this system. We finally have a system that lets a ball be a ball, a strike be a strike. They're getting calls right.
As a former Philly in the NL East with the Braves, we would have won some championships.
No, you absolutely. Maddox,
I mean, I'm not kidding you.
And by the way,
those guys used to get 6 inches off the plate.
Have you heard Tom's have you ever heard any of Glavin's comments on it?
No.
Glavin backs you up 100%.
Does he?
100%.
He definitely used to get a lot of pitches.
That they got the edges.
Well, I played with Tom on the Mets.
And he agrees with you that some of the romance of the game is lost by this.
It kind of is. I guess it like, to me, it's really starting to turn into a video game.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't. You know,
I want the calls right. I want balls to be balls, strikes to be strikes. That's what I want.
That's what happened to arguing and
I don't
having
want that.
the
We're
extra
arguing enough around
Everybody
here.
love everybody, Ricky. That's
no,
what they
it's
want.
not. We're not in semi-pro right now. I just think it's one of those things where, okay, everybody's going to make mistakes, but now I watched the game last night, and I'm going to say this, and it benefited, I thought, Luzardo early on in the game. There were about 6 pitches in the first 3 innings that were definitively balls that were called strikes, and the Giants didn't challenge
they don't
any
want
of
to
them.
burn them too early,
Right.
just in case. Yeah.
And here's the other thing. This is what pisses me off about that. The ABS, you got to do it immediately. You got to tap the helmet immediately.
Right.
Why in the world, when they're doing the, if you want a play at second base, you have the manager putting his hand up to the umpire to hold on because
Right.
we have to look at the video. That is BS.
Okay, now that is a logical. That's a logical.
It should be. It should be human eye.
The same thing.
Let's go to the computer and super slow-mo it.
You know what? I did not hear that argument. And I think that's a good argument.
Why,
Damn right.
Well,
I think you're making
why in one area can you not wait for the person to say, "Hey, challenge it"?
That's a good argument.
And in the other area, take your time. Hold on.
All right, I'm Team Bottalico. No, here,
and then roll it. Go ahead.
all right, Connor. Here, I'm going Team Bottalico here. So I'm on. That makes complete sense. I am on Team Bottalico with this.
I think we're always on Team Ricky.
Well,
my whole theory is if we're all sitting in the dugout, why
would you get extra time? And why do you get extra time?
Right. You should have to say, because it would make the game a lot more interesting. What happens in football? You got to throw that red flag out there immediately.
Yeah. Well, you got somebody upstairs.
Yeah, but
watching,
even still, they only have
10
like
seconds,
10 seconds at most to get that flag out there.
That's smart.
And if the guy gets to the line of scrimmage and throws, you have no choice.
You lost your
so
chance.
why can't the pitcher get on the mound and throw the ball? Why? Because you got to wait for the guy to get off the field.
Let him get set and all this stuff.
Ricky, you're bright,
smart man, Ricky.
You're bright, man.
I'm just saying it could be fixed a little bit.
Last thing before we kick you out of here, and then you'll be back here with Unfiltered. Kevin Long, were you surprised that he survived?
Watch this. I'm going to ask a question on top of a question.
All right.
Were you surprised Caleb Cotham made it through?
No, just because of how well the pitching staff's been the last couple of years.
What about this year?
Okay, yeah, but he's had a track.
I thought baseball was what have you done for me lately?
His track record.
And do you really believe it's Kevin Long's fault? Although it could have been cutting off ahead of the snake. I understand what you're saying.
I don't.
And Kevin Long may have thought it was going to be him.
Yeah.
Because last week, when you think about it, he said, we have a problem with no left-handed
they didn't have a
batting
freaking
practice
warm-up
pitchers
guy.
on the road.
Come on.
By the way, that's ridiculous.
Well, that's just being soft. You don't bring that up unless you think something's going on.
And
maybe
he thought
I will say this:
something was
am
going
I a little surprised? I'm a little surprised they didn't go after everybody and take it in one swoop.
Why wouldn't Kevin Long be gone?
Although apparently Mattingly was asked. Dave said he
said he wanted Kevin Long,
but you know why Kevin Long's not gone though. Too.
He's got pictures.
Well,
he's got all his boys.
His big three is like.
Oh, I know it's Harper, Schwarber, and Turner. Yeah,
you know that. Come on now.
The hell is that?
That's our Oscar music.
We do some music here on this show.
When he wants you to shut up, he starts
Smartest
playing
guy on the show does that to me.
Yeah. By the way, great promo.
I'm more doing it to those two, Ricky. You're doing great.
I thought it was funny.
By the way, Luzardo back.
Well, as long as we get a laugh.
I would say. I mean, he's throwing. You said that text. I didn't see that text till later. I'm like, yeah, probably not.
Ricky has a theory that the guns at the ballparks are a little.
Well, it's not because it's arm
anymore.
speed.
Yeah.
It's not miles per hour.
Luzardo had a pitch go 99, and I texted Ricky. Luzardo's not throwing 99. Thanks, Ricky. We appreciate it.
Later on, guys.
Coming up next, we relive last night's Sixers victory in the Garden with a little montage. And don't forget Buster Olney at 9:05 to talk about the future manager of the Phillies, Alex Cora. It's Kincaid and Sal Junis, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Kincaid and Sal Junis, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, thanks to our man Ricky Bottalico for joining us here in studio. He'll be back later today, unfiltered at 2 o'clock with our man Bill Colarulo as well. Been a fun day. Sixers win last night. We have the excitement of the Flyers. Do we have a voice memo? I need to hear a lunatic voice memo from a Flyers fan before we relive last night's victory for the Sixers with the montage, because the Flyers, the energy needs to come back up. The first 3 games it was there. It was not there the last 2, and what do you know? They lost the last 2. What do we got, Connor?
Dan from McCungy is up next.
I went to bed Monday night pissed off. I woke up this morning still pissed off. Letang, Crosby, and that mutt Malkin, your time is done. Zegras, Martone, Tippett, Forster, your time is just beginning now. Send these flightless birds packing. Let's go, Flyers. Sound the horn, baby!
Give the horn. Hold them up. That's wonderful. See, we've been missing this the last couple of days. All right, we've been missing this. They lost game 4, and I think a lot of us were like, all right, Flyers in 5. And then they lose game 5. We need to get this back. I'm glad that he was pissed off. That's good. We need that energy tonight at the barn, Johnny.
I love it.
We need it tonight.
At the barn. Any other cliches you want to throw in?
Well, I mean, half the players speaking cliches.
Gotta get pucks on net.
They're players, Andrew. They're the players.
I play floor hockey with my son.
There's nothing more than the hockey cliches come out. The cliche.
Gotta cycle the puck a little bit more.
Yeah, there we go.
Forecheck's going to be important.
Well, forecheck you can use.
That's normal. Yeah, give me some dot to dot later today.
There we go.
All right, let's hear how it sounded last night. Tom McGinnis, masterclass as always. Sixers beat the Celtics, force a game 6. The week continues, Johnny. The crazy time in Philadelphia.
We're
sports
like on a Vegas heater.
Continues. Let's go. Here's how it sounded last night.
And the Sixers with the ball up by 3. 9:35 in the first. Right side, George. Catch, shot, 3. Good. Paul George with another 3. And the Sixers with an early 6-point lead. Here's Pritchard to the right side. Pritchard to Vooch. Sixers rotating down the lane. Nick Vucevic, left-hand jam. Sixers over-rotate, and Vucevic finds an angle right down the lane. Left-hand stump. 30 seconds in the first. Boston by 4. Second chance for the Sixers. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Boston leads by 5, 28-23, and B with it on the right side again with Garza. Jab step, fade away, shot from 19, around and good. It deadened and then went in. So Embiid with back-to-back field goals, 3-point game. Tatum turns it over to Grimes. He's got to step on everybody. Down the lane with enough the right layup is good. Grimes to the first. Good feed by Paul George. Paul George to Joel to the left of the lane. Faces up, right-hand dribble. Powers, rip through move, missed it. Gets it back. 2 guys are there, and then he banked it in down low right. Embiid, and Vucevic is a big man. Joel towers over Vooch, and he puts it in. Sixers trail by 6. Embiid now 19. Maxey against Jordan Walls. Dribbles on the left hand. Embiid with the screen. Maxey stops, fires, 3-pointer, good. Tyrese Maxey off the Embiid pick, and the Sixers cut it to 1. Maxey, he goes to Joel. Pass behind him. 8 to shoot. Embiid with a pull-up on Cada from 15 and in. Embiid now with 29. A pull-up 16-footer. Straight away. Philadelphia by 3. 5:50 to go. Grimes knocking it away from Brown. Into the backcourt. Brown tracks it down. Brown facing pressure. Grimes all over him. 8 seconds. He's got to get it across, and they race it up. He's got 5 seconds on the shot clock. Brown dribbling. Grimes right there. Off-balance shot. Quentin Grimes with the defensive play of the year. Our Morgan and Morgan moment. Grimes, gut check. Sixers by 6. Here's Embiid. Into the lane on Cada. Spins, backing, turning, fading, firing up. Good. The Sixers get the bucket. Joel Embiid down low. Grimes to the 3 in the defense. Everybody comes off the bench to greet him. It's an 8-point game. 5:16 to go. Embiid with 31. Clutch turnaround deuce. Timeout Boston. Sixers by 8. Maxey with 2.5 to go. 9 to shoot. Up top to BJ. 3-pointer by Edgecombe. It's up and good. BJ struggled from beyond, but not that time. He buried it. And the Sixers 109. Boston 94. They've come in here to TD Garden, and they're going to win their 2nd straight game. So the duck boat has fluttered a little bit as the Celtics headed to the coronation, and it's coughing there in the Charles River. Sixers are going to come in and beat Boston for the 2nd straight time.
I love you, Tom McGinnis. Thank you, Connor. Great job as always. Sixers get the win last night. Force a game 6 tomorrow night Xfinity Mobile Arena. But the building gets warmed up tonight. Flyers, Penguins. Flyers look to eliminate Pittsburgh. Sixers look to survive tomorrow. We have the Phillies looking to turn their season around. Started off on a good note yesterday with the 7-0 win after the Phillies moved on from Rob Thomson. And then the Eagles are like just losing everybody in their front office.
They are. Great job. And congrats to Alec Halaby, who really good dude and really smart guy. And you can go to the business world and then you can come back.
Yeah, he can come back. It's just surprising because he's been so close to getting GM jobs, and then he's out.
So smart.
Smart guy.
So smart.
Media ran him out, man. It's a shame.
It's our fault, man.
And he has good taste in radio shows.
Is that right?
That's what I hear.
Well, I mean, he is my twin.
That's what I hear.
We do look like brothers. Maybe that's
a shame for that guy.
All right, coming up next, we have Buster Olney on. Buster Olney, he reported yesterday it's a matter of when Alex Cora becomes the manager of the Phillies, not if. He joins us at 9:05 to expand on that. What went down for the Phillies to move on from Rob Thomson, and can they turn this season around? It's Kincaid and South Tunis, 97.5, The Fanatic.